Yes, we have a question on the board about elasticity, Hooke's law. It reads, a force of 2 Newton stretches an elastic material by 30 millimeter. What additional force will stretch the material 35 millimeter? Assume that the elastic limit is not exceeded. The first thing we are going to do from this question is to find our K, our elastic constant, the force constant, the stiffness of that particular elastic material. What we do is this. We are given the F 2 Newton. We are given the E 30 millimeter. Then by Hooke's law, F is proportional to E. Therefore, F is equals to KE. This K is what we call the elastic constant, the force constant. So I have to find this K by dividing through by E. Let me divide both sides by E to make K the subject of the formula. So I divide through here E, divide through here E. So I have my K now is equals to F over E. But this E is given in millimeter. So I'm going to substitute now. But the substitution, I have to change millimeter to meter. I have to divide 30 millimeter by 1000 to change millimeter to meter. So now 30 millimeter is equals to 30 over 1000 meter, which is equal to 0.03 meter. Okay, now, so if I apply it here, my K now is going to be F 2 Newton divided by the extension E 0.03, which is giving me 66.7 Newton per meter. That is my K. Now, the second question, he now said, what additional force will stretch the material 35 millimeter? What additional force? The additional force, going by Hooke's law, additional force F, this is my F1 now. Let me call this one my F1. Let me call this one my F2. My F2 is going to be proportional to E. Again, this is my E now, 35 millimeter. Okay, now, so this F2 is going to be KE. Remember, I've gotten my K, the constant. The stiffness of that material is 6.67 Newton per meter. Okay, so now, we're going to get the second force now, apply it now. Substitute it now. F2 is going to be K, which is 6.7 times the extension. But the extension here is in millimeter. So I will still have to change this to meter by saying 335 over 1000. This 1000 is to convert the millimeter back to meter. Okay, so which gives me the F2 now is equals to 6.7 times by 0.035. Good. Now, if I multiply this by this, F2 gives me 2.33 Newton. But the question they ask me is, what additional force will stretch the material to this? The additional force here is going to be the F2 minus F1. Now my F2 here is 2.33 Newton minus the F1, which is the one given to me on the board, the force of this, 2 Newton. So the additional force there that can stretch the material to 35 millimeter is giving me 0.33 Newton. Finish. Thank you very much. See you in the next class.